A large tornado unexpectedly passed through the lake, damaging many properties and boats. The force of nature can be truly overwhelming. The destructive capabilities are often hard to imagine and even harder to experience. Never before experienced overwhelming natural defenses. Although this city has hail regularly, the city population has increased considerably in recent years due to the dramatic growth in the oil sector. The impact of natural events can have surprising results, and sometimes even unexpected outcomes. A city flooded, overwhelmed by sudden surges of water. I completely swallowed by relentless waves of flooding. Entire crops drown in flooded fields, threatening the food supply. The unpredictability can be disorienting. The unforgiving power of nature is on display here, showing the devastation that can be wrought. These events are both unpredictable and yet inevitable. Rain and cold weather are believed to have caused a landslide on Bournemouth's East Cliffs, forcing the closure of the town's cable car railway. This major landslide in the coastal town of Bournemouth, England, has caused serious disruption and raised concerns about the potential risk from extreme weather events. Mountainsides crumble under constant rain. Danger lurking within the city. Fortunately, drivers managed to evacuate in time. Heavy rain caused landslides, and these drivers probably did not expect that today they would have to participate in a dramatic chase with a giant rockslide. The sudden force can be devastating. The sheer force of destruction can take your breath away. And yet, even the desert can be vulnerable to Mother Nature's fury. Landslide causes collapse of Teton Pass Lifeline Highway. Unbelievable. What is the cause of this problem? This little village on the Tyrrhenian coast has experienced a tough time coping with the aftermath of recent violent storms. How did these dogs get inside the tree? This is truly unbelievable. In Lima, Peru, a man tried to drive through flood waters, but the car slid and hit a rock. Luckily, the front window was broken, allowing him to escape. These scenes are a stark reminder of the power that nature holds. And to the extent that a gentle rain can quickly turn into a destructive storm. This is a harsh reminder of what nature is capable of. The damage is so large, it's difficult to even comprehend. Frail coastal areas are battered by typhoons. And they are becoming more ferocious with each passing year. In Serbia, the storm took on a different form. On this day in 2017, traffic was moving like normal. As the drivers looked further down the road, they could see thick clouds, indicating a strong storm system. Of course, it would be reason for caution, but not necessarily alarm. As the drivers approached, the wind started whipping, blowing debris and trash over the roadway. Heavy rains often trigger these, and they can be very difficult to avoid. They can also cause sudden flooding, which can catch many by surprise. This area shows the impressive natural power of this high mountain region. It reminds us of what powerful forces are at work here. And the potential for harm from these natural events. This is a stark reminder of the potential dangers of nature. Rain and cold weather are believed to have caused a landslide on Bournemouth's East Cliffs, forcing the closure of the town's cable car railway. This major landslide in the coastal town of Bournemouth, England, has caused serious disruption and raised concerns about the potential risk from extreme weather events. You never know when nature will take a turn for the worst, but this incident was both terrifying and overwhelming. And just when you think you've seen it all, a tornado will form over the water, displaying yet another kind of danger. And destroy nearly everything in its wake. You can see how powerful a natural event can be. And sometimes, even wildfires have more effects than we can realize. It shows the true damage and devastation that nature can create. When you have a severe flood, you may be required to wade through the waters. But you can see that it's often much more dangerous than it appears. As the mountain crumbles, the area around it is often left in ruins. It can sometimes be difficult to avoid the danger. Even the most routine things can turn bad in a moment during extreme weather. These storms come and go so quickly, often catching people unawares. And can often be more terrifying than they might seem. Always be aware of your environment and what's going on around you. And sometimes it's the debris and materials that nature throws at you. Here we can see the pure power that can be displayed through these kinds of events. These are the types of events that can devastate communities all around the world. This scene reminds us that we should always be prepared. Nature is always showing its power. And it's a power that you can never fully predict. You can can see the damage that these events can cause and that no one is truly safe. And that sometimes the events that transpire are truly otherworldly to look at, but they often leave behind a trail of destruction. They can sometimes even leave you feeling helpless, as if you have no control of your own situation. These events are often a reminder of what we can expect in the future. But for now, we can only brace ourselves.
Nature's fury, witnessing the unpredictable power of natural disasters. In the aftermath of wildfires, heavy rains can trigger devastating mudslides. Crews work tirelessly to restore access, a testament to human resilience in the face of adversity. Urban flooding paralyzes cities, turning streets into rivers and disrupting daily life. Overnight flooding in Margate, South Africa, left roads torn apart, a stark reminder of nature's destructive power. High winds rip roofs off buildings, exposing the vulnerability of infrastructure to extreme weather events. Raging floodwaters surge through a valley, threatening homes and displacing families. Powerful gusts hurl debris, impacting even those seeking shelter in their vehicles. A cyclist abandons their bike as a sudden dust storm descends, a dramatic illustration of nature's unpredictability. A breathtaking aurora borealis display, a reminder of nature's awe-inspiring beauty alongside its destructive potential. A geyser erupts, a stunning display of geothermal activity. A rock slide's raw power showcases a hailstorm hits a lakeside area, demonstrating destructive force of even small ice falls. Strong winds batter trees, a visible sign of the broader environmental impact of severe weather. A cliff collapse captured in real time, a shocking demonstration of nature's constant change and unpredictable power. Visual of small village flooded after landslide. Floodwaters rush down steps, showing how quickly they can rise and overwhelm drainage systems. Nature's impact, sometimes sudden and violent, can shatter even seemingly safe spaces. Hail breaks away. This tsunami, a sobering reminder of nature's force, tragically claimed 4 lives. Driving in severe weather can heighten anxiety, as wind and rain create hazardous road conditions. Flash floods inundate a city, highlighting the vulnerability of urban environments to heavy rainfall. Landslides leave homes in ruins, underscoring the need for sustainable construction in vulnerable areas. Coastal communities brace for the relentless onslaught of hurricane winds and rain. Hurricane winds blow through neighborhoods. A massive landslide scars a mountainside, impacting transportation and raising questions about prevention and recovery. Rocks tumble down a cliff, prompting reflection on the unstoppable force of nature. Rock slide from cliff near waterfall. A dam overflows in Puerto Rico, showcasing the destructive potential of excessive rainfall. Mud and debris flow down a slope, creating a destructive path of destruction. Even underground structures are not immune to the rising tide of floodwaters. Floodwater rises in parking garage. A collapsed bridge highlights the importance of robust infrastructure in the face of natural disasters. This scene of devastation, a stark reminder of nature's untamed power. Deadly landslides triggered by relentless rain, homes destroyed in their path. A tidal bore surges inland. People had to scurry, but thankfully, little damage. Next time, they may not be so lucky. A landslide caused by Hurricane Allen nearly hits a car. Volcanic eruptions. The raw power of our planet on full display, both beautiful and dangerous. Glaciers, ancient wonders, now breaking apart. A visual of the changing climate, a stark warning of our planet's future. A ship battles towering waves. The relentless force of nature at sea, a test of human endurance and engineering. A wildfire rages, its devastating power consuming everything in its path. Rain and lightning. We drive on, but at a cautious speed, understanding the unpredictability of nature. Waves crash over a seawall. A coastal town submerged, homes destroyed. Landslides triggered by heavy rains, a startling demonstration of nature's unpredictability. A truck falls into a river, an ocean of mud. The long-term food security implications of the avalanche cascades down a mountain, breathtaking and terrifying. The raw, unstoppable power of nature. Dust storm, small but surprisingly powerful. It effortlessly swirls and sends chairs flying. Landslides and floods washed away the streets of Los Angeles, leaving devastation and unimaginable disruption. Debris scatters across a parking lot during a powerful storm, a visible sign of nature's fury and the fragility of human infrastructure. A landslide. Everyone needs to move away immediately, as landslides can reoccur. A large tornado damages property and boats. An unexpected event causing immediate and long-term impacts. Eruption at Yellowstone National Park, a raw display of natural power. Storms in China are no joke. Waves can pounce at any time, catching people off guard. Floods and landslides reshape the landscape. Homes and communities affected by raging waters. Homes battered by storms, roofs ripped apart, trees uprooted. Streets drown under several feet of water. Cars submerge, emphasizing the need for better infrastructure planning. Rubble remains. A landslide in Los Angeles serves as a reminder of the destruction and rebuilding that follows a natural disaster. Hail falls. Heavy rain causes landslides, reminding us of the immediate impact of extreme weather. Rocks fall. A rock slide in Yosemite National Park, a blow to the ground. A tornado touches down in Luxembourg, showcasing the different forms natural disasters can take. A river rises. The once predictable patterns of seasons are shifting, causing unprecedented natural phenomena. Rockfall continues. The power of debris flows. Nature can change quickly and unexpectedly. A whole mountain face is coming down slowly. It's a significant event, illustrating the scale and impact of rockfalls. Of land occurs. An astonishing rise of land in India, 10 feet above the surrounding area. An unbelievable natural phenomenon. A cliff collapses onto a beach. Nature's impact on coastal regions. Flooding in China. Residents and authorities face the challenging task of recovery. Hail rains down. Extreme weather can hit anywhere, causing damage and disruption. A rock slide in the Alps. The clouds create a mystical sight, while an impressive and dangerous rock slide occurs. Hail hits the pavement. Witness the force of a hailstorm. Floodwaters create dramatic scenes. Trees bend and water engulfs buildings. Mud and rocks slide. Rivers burst their banks, becoming sources of destruction instead of life. A tree bends and falls. Torrential winds reveal the force and damage a storm can create. A rock on the highway explodes upon impact. Rocks fall. Drone footage captures the moment rocks crash, emphasizing the precarious nature of some locations. Landslides and floods wash away streets. Floodwaters cover roads, creating hazards and showing the impact of infrastructure and daily life. A landslide on a cliff. Watching a landslide is unbelievable and highlights the destructive power of nature. Rockfall mitigation. Crews work to reduce the risks of rockfalls, showcasing human efforts to manage natural hazards. A tornado unleashes fireballs. Dramatic events like this remind us of the importance of safety and preparedness. Waves crash. Giant waves showcase the power of the ocean. A shed is picked up and carried away by the wind. A ship battles large waves. This demonstrates nature's subtlety and power. Hail falls. Storms can cause damage to homes, cars, and property. A swarm of bats. Sometimes nature can be truly unexpected. Flooding in China. Water overtakes streets and buildings. Windstorm picks up debris. Weather events can. A tidal bore flows over dry land, leaving an inconvenience for those on shore. Waves crash over a sea level. Storm surges can create dramatic and destructive waves. Touches down, unleashes fireballs, and creates a disastrous impact. A landslide. Rain and cold weather cause a landslide. A rock with a smaller rock lodged into it, showing a unique natural phenomenon.
What? How is that, like, what is even happening?
Hail falls heavily, fills a backyard pool, an extreme weather event. Flooding in India. A natural disaster overwhelms the area. Rocks fall loudly from a cliff.
Rocks, dirt falling loudly from the cliff, blocking the road and creating a scene full of horror and danger.
People stranded on the roof of flooded cars. A house falls into the raging river. Record flooding is devastating. A landslide. A surveillance expert inspects and supervises the landslide. A dust storm. Cars maneuver the storm. A whirlpool in a creek demonstrates the power of nature.
Oh my goodness! Whoa!
A man holds a lifeless fish, then releases it and it suddenly swims away.
It suddenly begins to move.
A landslide. Another landslide in an area prone to them. Dust storm. A dust storm approaches.
Staring at a rockfall, he was actually a surveillance expert, inspecting and supervising the colony.
A surfer rides a giant wave. It showcases the beauty and power of nature. A climber observes a rockfall. This scene emphasizes the importance of staying aware of surroundings in any situation. Flooding. Powerful floodwaters and debris flow into the Grand Canyon, surprising a group of raptors. Debris flies through the air. It highlights the danger of torrential rain and the impact on daily life. A tornado and dust storm. The powerful swirling wind creates a spectacle of nature's force. Rocks fall from a cliff. It's another example of the destructive potential of rock slides. Snorkelers and rafters experience nature, the unpredictable nature of weather events. A tornado tears through a town. Buildings are ripped apart. It shows the catastrophic nature of these powerful storms. Sinkhole. It reminds us of the Earth's sudden and unexpected change. A tornado touches down in China. A whirlwind with fireballs. Flooding and landslides. Severe weather causes significant damage. highlighting the risks and consequences of extreme events. Hurricanes bring intense winds and heavy rain, often with devastating effects. Hurricane Ian blows through cities. Rocks cascade down a mountainside, a dramatic illustration of nature's force and the need for caution. Sandstorms sweep through indoor spaces, reminding us that even sheltered areas can be affected. A mudslide flows down a hill, disrupting activities and raising concerns about environmental impact. A flood causes a bridge to collapse, threatening the vital transportation networks that connect communities. A person throws a soda bottle into a hole and it erupts water, a curious natural phenomenon. A tornado churns through a field, symbolizing nature's unpredictable and devastating power. Tornado. Greenland's glaciers, despite their remote location, are not without incident. Greenland glacier carving. A person rides a motorcycle across a bridge as floodwaters rise. A dangerous situation. Person rides motorcycle across bridge as floodwater rise. Another tornado sweeps the bridge, reminding us of nature's immense power. Tornado. Tornadoes are a formidable force, highlighting the need for weather awareness and preparation. Tornadoes moving towards houses. A bridge's support is compromised by rushing floodwaters, disrupting transportation and emphasizing the need for resilient infrastructure. Floodwaters under bridge. Powerful hurricane winds uproot trees and cause damage to houses and cars. Hurricane Ian. Strong winds during a hurricane rip a sign off a gas station building. Homes and nature struggle to endure the force of hurricane winds. Tree branches fall near houses. During a typhoon, a boat capsizes, demonstrating the power of nature. Boat sinks. Floods bring chaos, destruction, and fear, emphasizing the need for disaster preparedness. Rain and flood. Hailstorms can cause extensive damage to property and threaten food crops. Hailstorm. A mudflow flows across a dry riverbed, an unexpected consequence of wildfire. Mudflow washes across dry riverbed. Storms and hurricanes can uproot trees and cause severe damage to property and the environment. Tree falls in wind. Workers remove a large rock that slid onto the road. Workers remove rock. Floods cause damage to homes and threaten food supply, highlighting the devastating impact of heavy rains and floods. Flood washes away houses. Floodwaters rise rapidly, overwhelming structures. House. A coastal town experiences high tide flooding, underscoring the need for protective measures in vulnerable areas. A road collapses after heavy rain, prompting evacuations and raising questions about preparedness. Heavy rains cause widespread flooding, destroying homes and impacting local agriculture. Flood. Tornadoes form with unpredictable intensity, a terrifying display of nature's power. Tornado form, sandstorms and dust storms can create dramatic visual effects and disrupt daily life. Dust storm roads through cities turn roads into rivers, posing risks to drivers and highlighting the dangers of powerful tornado throws debris into the air. Cars struggle through flood. A tornado causes damage to a city street, including a fallen building. Humans rescue each other during the flood, showing resilience and community support. Flood victims saved. Heavy rain and hail on a highway demonstrate unpredictable weather patterns. Nighttime hail. Cliffs collapse with impressive and disturbing power, revealing nature's instability. Cliff collapse. A rock rolls down a hillside, demonstrating the effects of geological forces. A rock rolls downhill, cliffside, emphasizing the dangers of landslides and the need for caution in mountainous areas. Rock slide from cliff. A dam overflows during a hurricane, causing floods and landslides. Dam overflowing. A landslide destroys a road, impacting travel and infrastructure. An ambulance navigates through a flooded area, highlighting the need for emergency preparedness. Torrential rain creates landslides that endanger communities and transportation routes. Mudslide. Trees are uprooted, demonstrating the force of the wind and the devastating impact of storms. Palm trees. Powerful winds and driving rains pummel small homes, leaving them vulnerable to destruction. Wind and rain batter small homes. A landslide causes major changes to the landscape and damages nearby villages. Landslide. Coastal communities watch as erosion eats away at the land and a tidal bore rolls in. Erosion. Hurricane winds threaten people and property. Frozen pond breaks during a demonstration. Frozen pond. A landslide collapses near the ocean, highlighting the risks of coastal erosion. Landslide. Flood water rising in the garage. Garage floods. People are rescued from flooded homes, a testament to community support and human kindness. People in flood. Trees are approved, reminding viewers to exercise caution when moving during the storm. Trees fall. The road is destroyed and impassable after a major rock slide, underscoring the power and destruction of nature. Landslide. A cliff collapses into the ocean, demonstrating the need for early warning systems. Cliff collapses. Nature can change unexpectedly, reminding viewers to limit access to dangerous areas during storms. Fallen tree. An embankment breach causes a landslide that traps an ambulance and damages homes and infrastructure. Damaged ambulance. A cliff collapses near a beach, forcing people to flee. Cliff collapse. A landslide sends a rush of rocks, soil, and debris down a mountainside. Landslide. Heavy rain causes multiple landslides and blocks roads, affecting transportation and communities. Traffic due landslide. Hail damages cars and properties. Hail. A cliff collapse demonstrates the lack of care and responsibility towards the environment. Cliff collapses near boat. A rock slide nearly injures people. Prompting caution in such cases. Rock slide near road. Floodwaters overwhelm a high school, delaying the ceremony but serving as a reminder of the impacts of flooding. Flooded baseball. A car falls into floodwaters during a landslide. Sewers overflow and contaminate water supplies during heavy rain, showing the consequences of flooding in urban areas. Flooded city street. A tropical storm causes floods and landslides, disrupting travel. Tropical storm. Floodwaters remind viewers to be aware of their surroundings. Floodwaters surround buildings. Mudslide spreads across a highway, posing risks to drivers. Cars drive along flooded road. Floods displace people and demonstrate the dangers faced by those in mountainous areas. Buildings flooded. Hail and torrential rain batter a gas station, disrupting everyday activity. Gas station. Ice balls on the lake showcase nature's beauty. Frozen balls. A rock slide threatens those nearby, emphasizing the importance of caution in mountainous areas. Landslide. "12 landslides trap cars." Landslide. A tidal bore creates a wave that lingers. Wave. Debris is thrown from a building. Crane.